Good morning, Andy. How you doing? Sorry, was getting everything situated. How you doing this morning? Does it sound like a native name? Well, the name came to me when I was 16, so who knows? Who knows? Morning, Shadow. Yeah, I like that. Oh, my internet is going super slow this morning. Gotta love this. Oh, yes, good evening. Sorry. I know, I always forget that. You'd think I'd know by now. Hey, Patrick, how you doing, hon? It's one of those things, Andy. You sit there and say, you see that it's morning here, so it's like everybody should be morning, you know? Right? It's kind of like the thing, where I can't, even if it's after midnight, I can't say it's the next day until I go to sleep. Yeah, it's afternoon there in Patrick's world. I know, Andy. I know. Well, at least it seems like chat's not lagging a lot, or at least my voice to chat, I guess. Awesome. Thank you, Patrick. Oh, as I hit the table with my cough cup. Guys, can I tell you how excited I am? I want to get this. I wish I had this equipment yesterday. I'm really, truly excited about this. Haha, you're funny, Andy. Oh, yeah, Patrick, if you haven't heard, I have an SLS camera. I have a lot of things ordered. I have an SLS camera coming. I have another full spectrum camera coming. I got all the ingredients to put together a mini portal coming. What else do I got? Man, I ordered a lot. Um, God, I can't even think of all this stuff. Wow, yeah, I know. I can't wait. I wish it was here already. I wish it was here. Yeah. Don't say that, Andy, okay? Because I'm only 46 and my mom got pregnant with me when she was 48. So don't say that shit. That's not even groovy. But yeah, me and Eddie are planning out a full night investigation when everything gets here and figure out how to set everything up and, you know, all that good stuff. It's not funny, Andy. That is not even funny. It would be exactly like my brother and me, though. Well, no, my youngest is 13, so um my youngest is 13, my oldest is 26. So it'd be like my oldest with me and my brother, right? Yeah, because he was born in 56. I was born in 73. So, yeah, around that time. as you can tell, because it goes, my oldest is 26, my boy, my only boy, is 23. No, he's going to be 23. Sorry. He's going to be 23 in June. And then my youngest is 13. So there's a gap between me and their 10-year gap. We got back together after 10 years. And then had my lovely Deltarune. And then and then we split again, obviously. But right. Well, that's the thing. When my mom was pregnant with me, when she first became pregnant with me, they thought she had a tumor. And then she walked into the OBGYN that delivered me, and he said, if you have a tumor, you have an awfully big tumor. And yeah, lo and behold, she went and picked up my dad and said, basically, get in the car, Dad. And he said, what? Yeah, my mom was 48, my dad was 59. So, yeah. She said I was a change of life baby, and boy, did I change her life. Right? Right, Andy? All right. So we got a lot of news to get to today. Whew. First, we're going to take a look at famous alien and monster photos. Same here, Andy. I don't know how she did it, because I don't even know what I would have done, but I'm telling you what. Then we're going to ask, does Bigfoot stalk the four corners? And then we're going to look at why does it keep doing this? Oh my God. Then I have a segment of basically it's from Jersey, everything that happens in Jersey, right? I'm going to call it, what the hell's wrong with New Jersey? It keeps switching back to me. Oh. And then we're going to talk about summit spirits. What is the difference between ghost and spirit? What else we got? Haunted House, Louisiana, given away to free to people who want it. How does she feel? That's funny, Patrick. So yeah, that's some of the stories we got going on. And let's go ahead and get everything started. I mean, where is there we go. Watch your ears. Here comes the intro, guys. Yeah, that was a fake start. Oh no, hold on, I froze up. Oh, I didn't send my Twitters out either. God. Didn't you guys hear the intro? What do you mean, what happened? Hey, Freaky Geek. Did you guys hear? No? What the hell? Why the hell didn't you hear it? Oh. Are you kidding me? All right. I got to do it because it's for my podcast. Hold on. Sorry, guys. So this was a fake start. God bless America. That's it. You guys went into a different timeline. Now, if it would ever come back up, we'll get it. I wish I was tech swab because then I could just bypass it and then, you know what I mean? Could bypass it and just add it in there, but I'm not that good. I can only do certain things. Come on, intronet. There you go. That's what it was, Sandy. Okay, Freaky Geek, no problem. Okay, here we go. Good morning, everyone. It is time for the Shadows of the Moon show. As always, we are live on YouTube, DLive, Facebook, Twitch, and Mixer under the same name of Shadows of the Moon. So if you haven't yet, come on over and join the fun. It is time for some Freaky News Friday, where we scour the internet, find the weird and odd news of the week, and I share them with you. Are you ready for your odd news of the week? Well, let's get weird and dive right in.
And now, coming to you live from Alaska, here's a woman that has been around many moons and has seen many shadows. Here is your host, Shadows of the Moon.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? That is true, Andy. That is true. It was done in the in the evening. Hey, Herman, how you doing? I know. What? Hey, I can still do. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Does that sound too fake? That is too funny. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing good. Good to hear. Love it. I love hearing that everybody's doing awesome. Or at least doing well, right? Right. I hear you, Andy. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. I know. Yes, they are. They're magic. They were in an interdimensional timeline there where they can talk to everybody. So, like I was saying, yeah, we got some. First, we're going to start off with the most famous alien and monster photos. And we got some, I don't know, what did I say, guys? The What's Going On in New Jersey episode here. We got some Bigfoot news. Of course, we got some alien news, some ghost news. You know how it works on Freaky News Friday. We take a couple things from here and there and put it all together. What happened within the week of weird. That sucks, Patrick. It really does. Hey, Ron, what's going on, my friend? How are you? Yeah, that really sucks, Patrick. It hates. I mean, like I said, I'm still doing my shows the normal way. You know what I mean? DLive, I use basically for when I do music or whatnot. So anything live, like when I do my, um, we do the live investigation, the ghost hunt here, and everything. That'll all be on YouTube too. You know what I mean? So any big things that I'm doing, my normal stuff, I'll still be on YouTube and everywhere else, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. Oh, thank you, Herman. That's so sweet of you. You guys are awesome too. If you guys haven't checked out Herman the Great and what's your girl's channel name? I always forget that. They're great peeps. Great peeps over there. I'm like, did I miss something? But it was Ron stealing my tokens. Free homemade coffee from Shadow. Yeah, that is the fantasy realm, Andy, because according to my Grace Logan blogs, I can't even say it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for sharing that, Herman. Yeah, great stuff over there. Great stuff. Nah, as long as you're joking, I don't care. But yeah, this is the fantasy world, especially if my coffee tastes great, because my hubby tells me it tastes like Rotar. I like it. All right, should we get down and dirty with some aliens and monsters? Helps if I share the screen and you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, I believe that too, Herman. I believe that too. Let's see. Let's get this going here. Oh, look at that. The recipe's coming up. Probably because I searched. I made some taco dip last night, hamburger taco dip. And let me tell you, I haven't had that in a while, so I decided to make some. First time, I mean, when I say I haven't made it in a while, my husband's never tasted it, and we've been together 10 years. So yeah, it's been a while, but I was just craving it, and I'm like, you got to go to the store, got to buy cream cheese, got to buy sour cream, hamburger, taco seasoning. So we made the dip, and he absolutely loved it. Anyway. All right. So it's since the dawn of time, the human race has seen many mystery and intrigue around every corner. Mysterious events have been put down to the supernatural, the paranormal, and even the extraterrestrial. One thing for sure, there has been a lot of unexplained mysteries over the centuries, and with modern technology, giving people greater access to photography and previously unexplored parts of the galaxy, there are bound to be plenty more cropping up. We've tracked down some of the most famous alien and monster photographs ever taken to show just how weird and wonderful the world could be. Oh, see, now you're wrong, Patrick. See, that's just wrong. Not liking tacos. Of course, first up, we have the photo of Nessie. Nessie is the fabled creature that famously inhabits Loch Ness in Scotland. The monster might be the oldest of the unexplained mysteries in our list of the earliest reports sightings dating back to 565 AD. Since that time, plenty of people have claimed to see the monster of the Loch Ness, but there have also been many false sightings, hoaxes, and mixed identifications. But that included everything from trees to natural gases. But of course, we've all seen Nessie. I love Nessie. I would love to see Nessie in person. It'd probably scare the crap out of me, but I would love to see Nessie in person. The second photo is of Da Vinci's photo. If you guys haven't seen this one, I mean, we've probably all seen this somewhere in our lives, but there are UFOs, so they say, in the background. That guy looks like he's looking up at it. Looks like he's taking a picture. The Ancient Visitor from Outer Space, 15th century, this painting. Oh, no, it wasn't Da Vinci. I'm sorry. I lied. See, good. Yeah, I didn't know. It's a painting. It's not a picture. I say picture. I know. I'm sorry. I'm not politically correct. It's a painting, not a picture. This painting by Domenico, yeah, that guy, of Madonna with Saint Giovanni dates back to the 15th century and seemingly shows an unidentified flying object hovering in the background. I know, right, Andy? You see how you are? It might be a bit of a stretch, but some have theorized that it's not a mistake in the painting or a cloud in the sky because if you look carefully, you can see a man standing below staring up at the object. See, he's taking a pic. I'm telling you. He's back there taking a picture. There you go, Patrick. There you go. I should have done that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, come on, computer. This is the photo of the Tunguska event. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but this happened in 1908. In June 1908, a massive explosion happened near the Stony Tunguska River in Russia. I'm probably really not saying that right since it's Russian. The explosion flattened 770 square miles of forest, toppling around 80 million trees, and yet somehow resulted in no loss of human life. Tunguska. Tunguska. See, Andy's my vocabulary corrector. He's like the Oh, Ron, you got me that time. My arm jumped. I don't know if you guys saw that. Thank you, Ron, for the ice cream. He's like the what do they call it? I keep wanting to say vocabulary Nazi, but that's not it. The spelling Nazi. Only in vocabulary, basically. It has been theorized that the Tunguska event, yeah, that sounds right. Okay, I'll give you that. That sounds right. Tunguska event is, as it has been designated, was caused by the air-bursting meteorite that no one knows for sure. There was no impact crater, so the conjecture is simply that it broke up in the atmosphere somewhere between 3 and 6 miles above Earth's surface. The explosion is calculated to be 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima in Japan. The Tunguska event has since led to much discussion about asteroid impact avoidance, a growing fear of extinction level events, and it has helped to spawn multitude of science fiction fields or films. Oh, like Bounced Up? What is that school? I don't know what the school was. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Like all this damage, no loss of human life. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's not cool, but I mean, well, it's cool that there's no homing. You know what I mean? Um, it's pretty wild. That extensive damage, and they don't know what happened. So, what do you guys think? You guys have studied. I never heard. I mean, I've heard of it, but I didn't know what it was. So what do you guys think? Do you think it was the meteorite? Or do you think it was something else? Like, um, was only maybe 150. Oh, okay. The Railroad meteor stream, which was only maybe 150 feet across and was airburst event. Okay. All right. So you guys do think that? Yeah, that's what's weird. The trees directly under the airburst was stripped of their branches, but the trunks still stand. It's definitely the toroid meteor. Oh, do we? See, I've never experienced a meteor shower here in Alaska, um, which is wild because I can see so much here, see so much more, I should say, here of the stars and everything than I could back home in New York. Um, is that really what you think, Ron? It could be. I mean, UFO blew up in the air. There are still radiation readings there. Hey, Mary, how you doing, hon? Do you really think that the meteorite, that's what really happened to the dinosaurs? I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. I really don't know about that with the dinosaurs. I mean, it's something I've always wanted to really delve into, but I just haven't. Do you know what I mean? Very cool. Very cool. See, this is why I love doing these shows with you guys because I learn. I love learning. Right, Andy. Right. I can understand that. I could get that. Yeah. Remember when we were talking about Monday? I think we were talking about the ectoplasm and that, the pictures, the old pictures. This was the picture I was talking about that I said that I had seen, where the psychic medium is like opening. It looks like a rift, don't it? A rift in time. Ectoplasm seances, 1912. During the 19th and 20th century, spiritualism took a grip on society, with many people believing that mediums could help communicate with the dead. Fraudsters took to manipulating their audiences with a variety of tricks and illusions aimed at duping them out of their hard-earned cash. Strong favorites at the time came in the ability to producing convincing ectoplasm, apparitions, and manifestations that couldn't easily be explained by the average person. In this photo, Martha Brard apparently conjures an inexplicable light between her hands and ectoplasm above her head. Oh, I thought she was wearing a hat. So that's the ectoplasm. That makes sense, Andy. That makes sense. Okay, Mary, no worries. No worries. So yeah. It just to me looks like a sock. I thought it was one of those, those little hats they used to wear a long time ago. But that's one of those that I said look like doilies. I mean, that don't look like a doily, but kind of like those other pictures. But I wonder if that's like no, because it came out of her nose and mouth too. I was thinking that I'm like, I wonder if it's going into or coming out of her crown chakra. But the other ones were out of her nose and her mouth. But that's pretty interesting. Did they have flash paper back then? I don't think so. That's what I'm thinking. Question is, what could generate a light that bright back then? Exactly, Andy. I mean, of course, I don't know their. I mean, I think my dad had an old camera. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. But yeah, but this is what's confusing me. I mean, I don't know if I buy the ectoplasm. Pix was on glass. In 1912, I think they upgraded from the glass. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. But they didn't have flash paper back then, did they? If I didn't have so many tabs up, I'd probably open up a tab and search for it. You know how I do, guys. But I have a lot of tabs open, so I don't want to. Yeah, exactly, Andy. Nothing connecting to her unless the ultrafine wire. But this is a charge through, it was big enough to give that light, would instantly melt and burn the crap out of her. Okay. But to put a charge through it. Yeah. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definitely interesting. This, not so much, but the light, definitely. That's wild. Okay, that's what I thought, Patrick. That's what I thought. Okay, come on, internet. This is a picture of the, another freaking big word, Hinterkaifeck massacre. Yeah, that's true. If it was a physical thing, burning, gravity will put the remains down. Yeah, and there was nothing like dripping or anything that I can see. I mean, maybe these two little things, but it doesn't look like, I mean, I think you would see a lot more. In the depths of Bavaria, Germany, in 1922, a horrific massacre took place with 6 people, including women and children, were murdered with a farming implement. There were several things that turned this tragic event into an unexplained mystery, and the crime was never solved. A suspect was never found, despite over 100 people being questioned. There were several rumors about the farmstead being haunted, and the attacks also happened shortly after the arrival of a new maid, who was also killed. Each of the victims were apparently lured into the barn, where they were killed one by one. The events were even more sinister when evidence was unveiled that suggested the murderers stayed in the house for several days after committing the crime before disappearing. Decades later, a multitude of investigations have been carried out with no further results. Pretty creepy. So basically, somebody went to their house, or went to their barn at least, right? Lured them one by one into the barn. Could they do that, Patrick? I mean, I'm sure they could. But lured in the barn one by one, killed, and then the murderer stayed in the house a couple days. That's kind of creepy. This photo has intrigued me for a very long time. Okay. All right, Patrick. All right. That's why I love talking to you guys. Right, Andy? Yeah, see, that's why I love talking to you guys. I would never know that. But this picture has intrigued me throughout the years. If you look, the time traveling hipster, if you look, all these guys, this guy right here is like wearing modern time clothes. Okay, this happened in 1941. Let me read the little passage here. There is a fair few stories and legends of time travelers throughout history. The most popular was proven to be this image from 1941, taken at the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in British Columbia. The picture apparently shows a man in modern clothing and wearing sunglasses in an era when most people were sporting suits. Though there have been many arguments and explanations which countered the theories, it's still widely popular on the internet. And it looks like he's holding like a modern camera. I don't know if I can zoom it in. There are places on the internet, if you look this up, where it can zoom in better than I can. Yeah, I can't really zoom in that far. But they've zoomed in and it looks like a modern. He said he worked for the government in Project Hourglass. Really? Hey, Cassie, how you doing, hon? Welcome. Project Hourglass. I remember this is one of those things that caught my attention. The only thing which doesn't make sense to me is how someone with clothes allegedly from the future doesn't stand out to the public. Yeah, right? You'd think at least one person was staring at him, wondering what the fuck. That is so true, Andy. That is so true. Like, this lady obviously knew that the picture was getting taken. So it's like, are they not seeing them? Or, do you know what I mean? Are they not seeing him and they're just going about their daily business? You know, watching this bridge reopen? Or is he shifting into somebody else? The photography is picking up his actual form. Yeah, it does create questions. And it creates, could it be a forgery? You know what I mean? But it's like, is he like, to them, does he look like somebody normal in their era? But to us, with photography and that, right? Yeah, there was definitely, yeah, I can understand that. There's a distraction on the bridge, yeah. But I mean, they're standing next to somebody, you notice whether you're distracted or not, you notice when something, well, at least I do. Maybe because I just scour the place, I don't know. Looking for weird people, I guess. I mean, but I totally get that. That's wild, though. Of course, this picture. Oh, really, Patrick? This picture was proven to be a person from that time when it was examined by experts. You didn't notice the completely different fabrics and style of clothing. Yeah, exactly. Ron, yeah, I'm a people watcher too. So the Battle of Los Angeles. So you guys, I'm sure you know about the Battle of Los Angeles. It was one of the widely, I'm still intrigued by this. Very intrigued by this whole story. Really. I mean, I get that everybody was on high alert. You know, still one of the most famous pictures of all time. Yep. The invasion of Los Angeles, exactly. Everybody was on high alert and everything. But the things that the military came up with, like it was a balloon. Well, if you guys shot that many rounds into the sky, how the hell did that balloon not come down? So the Battle of Los Angeles, 1942, shortly after Japanese was attacked on Pearl Harbor in the early hours of the morning, February 25th, 1942, an unidentified aircraft was spotted in the skies above Los Angeles. Fearing another attack, military forces fired over 1,400 anti-aircraft shells into the sky and apparently hit nothing. Photographs from the event appeared to show a flying saucer-like object hanging in the sky, and it caught in the military searchlight. Of course, the government denied the sighting and put it down as weather balloons. Do you think it was the bell, Ron? That's another thing that's intrigued me is Hitler's bell. I've always been intrigued by that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys 1,400 rounds and you can't bring that sucker down, it's something. It's something. You know. and them saying it was the weather balloon. Everything's a weather balloon. I mean, granted, I've seen weather balloons in the sky from all different angles and stuff like that, so I get that. I totally get it. But we got some bad aim. 1,400 rounds got flown into the air and not a damn thing came down. Just saying. Just saying. The SS Orang Medan, 1947. The legend from this high sea comes from June 1947, when 2 American ships received a distress call from the SS Oregon Medan, sent in Morse code, and the message read SOS from Orang Medan. We float. All officers, including the captain, dead in chart room and on bridge. Probably whole crew dead. So that was the message that they got. The American ships went to offer aid, but when they boarded the SS Oregon Medan, they found the crew were all dead, sprawled on their backs, mouths agape with no visible signs of injury. A fire then broke out on the distressed ship, forcing the rescuers to abandon it before it exploded and sucking. Oh my God. Before it exploded and sunk, taking all evidence with it. What happened to the ship and the crew remains a mystery. Actually looks like the lights look like those ships in the Indian Verminians. Right? Yeah, the ones that you mean the ones that they carved into the stone, Andy? If you know. I get that, Andy, but who the hell sent the Morse code? There was no evidence that a plane was shot down, but the next day the military and local police had the area taped up where something had crashed at night. And why are you gonna do that, Ron? Why are you gonna make me try to say that word? Ich bin Aaron Berliner. Only thing my father's anti-craft station shot down in World War II was an American plane. Thing with tech of the day is that it cannot verify where the message came from. That's true. Hey, Eli, how you doing, hon? That is true. But Morse code, yeah, that's right. That's true. Morse code, you can't tell where they can only give coordinates and tell where they are, right? Basically that type of thing. Welcome back, Freaky Geek. How are you? Oh, the McMillville UFO photographs, 1950. In May 1950, a series of photographs were taken. Yeah, that's over. No. Yeah, that's over. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to have to refresh this because that picture didn't show up. Thought it was weird. Oh, no. Is it cold where you are? Freaky Geek, you didn't bring Ron his coffee. He's going to get upset. Well, apparently that's weird that picture isn't going to be coming up anytime soon. It doesn't like to be shown, apparently. So in May 1950, a series of photos. Let me see what this brings up. The event was witnessed by Paul. Jesus. Oh my God. Thank God it's Friday, right? In May 1950, bad thing part is I got to go do some work at the front desk after I get done here. In May 1950, a series of photographs were taken by Paul Trent at his farm near I hope I don't have to talk to anybody today. McMinnville, Oregon, in the United States. These images appear to show a metallic disc-shaped object moving slowly in the skies above the farm. The event was witnessed by Paul Trent and his wife Evelyn. Despite many arguments that the photographs were fake, the two witnesses maintained their statements that the images were genuine right until their deaths in the late 1990s. Okay, here we go. What happened? Oh, yes, Freaky Geek is a guy, guys, just so you know. Is that what happened? Did I get oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So these are the McMinnville, Oregon photos. These are the ones that he captured. Eli's Mexican. So, I mean, they almost look like the ones that the Army had. Not the ones that flew in the air that I know of, but they hovered. You ever see the ones where they hovered? See, we'll find the photos if they don't want to share it with us. So what do you guys think? Fake or real? The next story is the Great Alien Reconnaissance, 1952. In 1952, multiple air traffic controllers from several airports and Air Force bases near Washington, D.C. reported seeing unidentified blips on their radar screens. When questioning local pilots, the controllers were told that a number of bright lights had been seen in the sky nearby. The next weekend, it happened again, this time with dozen blips appearing on the radar screen. Fighter jets were scrambled to intercept, but were unable to match the speed of the unidentified flying object. The sightings were added to the list of being investigated by the government under Project Blue Book, but nothing further was revealed. Real technology taken from the Germans. Right. That's true, Andy. Hard to fake stuff convincingly back then. Yeah, Patrick. Yep. I think those were like one of the first UFOs pictures that I've ever seen. Yeah. So that's pretty wild. This story, I have been drawn for some. I heard the story. Oh God, it had been 20 years ago. Yeah, if not more. 20 years ago when I first heard about this story. It intrigued me. It was one of my first what if stories that really like got me, if that makes sense. Yes, Patrick. The Dyatlov Pass incident, 1959. So if nobody reads about or nobody knows about this, definitely read up on it. It's very interesting, and there's a lot of theories of what happened, but it's a very wild and unique story. So in 1959, in the depths of the Ural Mountains of Russia, an experienced group of truckers died under mysterious circumstances, which was never adequately explained. Investigators discovered that the victims had cut a hole through their tent and run away from something while wearing minimal clothing, despite the temperatures being around minus 30 degrees centigrade. A number of the victims died from hypothermia, but some had inexplicable fatal injuries, including a fractured skull, major chest fractures, and one of the victims had brain damage despite no visible injury to their skull. Another of the victims was found with major injuries, as well as a missing tongue, eyes, and lips. Several theories have been offered to what caused the hikers to run and what eventually killed them, but no one have been conclusive, and their death remains a mystery. That's what their tent looked like. It does have a smiley face in it, doesn't it? But this has always, yeah. The ground keeps shaking. I'm waiting for an earthquake to come. Sorry, guys. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. This area is known for strange occurrences, strange lights in the mountains, strange beings. They think of Bigfoot. My personal belief, scroll up a bit. My personal belief is I think you're on the right track, Patrick. Kind of Freaky Geek, but this one's a different thing, to where I think Patrick's on the right idea. I think there was military training going on, or a military something, because not right where they were, but in other areas they had tested up there. But the thing of it is when they tested, this is like mountainous areas, okay? There's one guy that does live up on the mountain, and then there's a tribe that lives down the mountain a ways. I think it's just because it was so cold. I mean, I can imagine it. And these photographs are old. Like I said, when did it have? 1959. I think that just with it being so cold, them taking the photographs and the cameras back then. But yeah, if it's something you guys would be interested in talking about, I can definitely do it on a Wednesday. One on his knee. I don't see the one on his knee, but I do see this one. But I mean, it's just a very weird incident that happened, and nobody can figure out what happened. I mean, these were experienced truckers. It's not like they didn't know what they were doing. About the guys. Oh, this one? Is that what you're talking about? And the way that their clothes, they're like jackets and stuff were found. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. I was reading Andy's spectral answer, and I was reading your name at the same time. But they're like jackets and like snow pants and that were folded neatly in the tent. And like they ran out during something. I think my theory is that it was something to do with a radiation. Like I don't know if they were like the Russians were testing or whatnot, but I think it has something to do with that. But I mean, we'll never know. We'll never know. Really, Patrick? No, they were settled down in the tent. They were eating because it wasn't the like food warm. Like it was just well, it wasn't warm when police found them, but like the food was just like they were sitting down eating dinner, and then something happened. Exactly. Who takes the time? Yeah, like they were eating. They were all nestled in the tent, warm, obviously. They had food. Like it's just very odd. It's just very odd. That's right. They all had a mug of my coffee, my Shadow's coffee, my coffee. You know, all settled in for the night. Yeah, well, I'll definitely look more into that, Patrick. That's interesting that the military. You know what? I remember hearing something about that. Now that I said that out loud, I do remember hearing something about that. I can't remember exactly what I remember hearing, but it sounds familiar. Here we have the Babishka lady, 1963. This is her right here. In 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated while riding in his motorcade in Dallas, Texas. Many conspiracy theories and wild claims have centered around the events of that day, perhaps the least known of which relates to this woman, nicknamed the Babishka Lady, thanks to the headscarf you can see her wearing in the photographs. Based on images taken from that day, that woman can be seen pointing a camera at the president's car at an angle that would have captured essential footage. Despite this, the woman apparently never came forward, and images of her from her camera have never been seen. So, I mean, she might have had crucial information on her photographs, not even realize it though. You know what I mean? And obviously, I don't know, she might have never got it developed, right? I mean, you think she's dead, Ron? Could be. Right. That's why yeah, so interesting is several different shots and angles of the shots. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Patrick said there is a video found or picture found that was taken by one of the campers that shows a strange creatures in the woods next to the camp. The camp was found to belong to the woman. Oh, the camera was found. There is a video found or picture found that was taken by one of the campers that shows a strange creature in the woods next to their camp. The camera was found to belong to the woman. Oh, interesting. Bush Sr. was deeply involved in the affair. Yes, he was. He was head of CIA then, wasn't he? Or at least up there in ranks. Definitely interesting. The alien guy. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm sure most of you had. Let me zone this out a little bit. There we go. Yes, Andy. So the alien. This was taken in 1964. The Soloway Firth spaceman, while on a day trip to Bergmash in Cumbria, England. Jim Templeton took several photographs of his daughter, one in which, when developed, appeared to show a man in a white spacesuit standing behind her. Jim swears that there was no one else in the shot, but critics claim the photo is likely to be his wife overexposed in the background. I mean, it could be, but I mean, oh yeah, I know this guy right here. He does look like he should be riding a bike. It kind of does look like Doctor Who type thing, right? Yeah, exactly, Andy. His wife wearing either a beekeeper suit or a fencing suit. I try, Freaky Geek. I try. Hey, I just made taco dip last night, Eli. Hamburger taco dip. Freaking so good. Anyway, now I'm craving it. So yeah, that's that one. That's an old photograph too. I mean, I remember seeing that back in the day too. Hey, Bugaboo, what's going on? Patrick says this picture was found to be a case of mistaken identity. It was proven to be his wife when experts examined the picture in depth. The twirly thing on the right must be the closing portal, I take it. I think it's writing, but it could be. The next one is this creepy thing and floating in the water, not floating, but swimming in the water. What the hell is that thing? The Hook Island Sea Monster, 1964. While out on a boat trip with his family in the summer of 1964, Robert L. Leseric saw a creature in the Australian waters that appeared monster-like in size. Described as being around 80 feet in length, with serpent-like features and eyes on the top of its head. The creature quickly became known as the Hook Island Monster. Many theories have debunked the photograph as either being faked or staged, but the myth lives on. I don't know. I mean, I wish you could see this guy's face. What do you mean scroll back the picture? To what picture? That one? I wish you could see because I mean that guy, I don't know. Maybe he's fishing. But I would love to see. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Freaky. That was like a big eel. Either way, I don't want to see that thing. That's a toy? You think that's a toy? Or are you still are you talking to Eli? Oh. Here, hold on. I'll so you can see the whole thing. There we go. Is that better? Oh, the okay, that I see. That's even but that's fatter than even a what's those big snakes that live in the Congo? That's freaky. That's what that is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Andy, that it looked like more like a frog. Yeah, a tadpole. The way tadpoles are. I think that's why it makes it so weird. Yeah, anaconda. That's it. That's like thicker than, I mean, the anaconda would be thick all the way through the thing. But this is, you're right. It's more like a tadpole, a big ass tadpole. I would hate to see the frog that thing grows grows into. Holy crap! Holy crap! Can you imagine that? I really do wish we could see this person's face. I want to see if they. I mean, it looks like it's swim. It came from there over that area. So I'm sure it disrupted the water somehow, maybe. I don't know. Right, Mary? See, you see why I don't want to be in the ocean? Frogzilla, exactly. Titanopa? Titanoboa. Right? Yeah, they would think you're breakfast, lunch, or supper. Yeah. Frog conspiracy. Either way, I don't want to see that thing up close. Even if it was fake, that would freak me out. I would probably not jump off the boat, but like freak myself out, tip over the boat, and drown, all because of something fake. Of course, we all know the famous Bigfoot picture. 1967, Bigfoot is legend, what dates back as 1867, with several people reporting seeing giant wild man wandering the forest and mountains of the Pacific Northwest part of the United States and Canada. In 1967, filmmaker Roger Patterson and Roger Gimlin captured the most famous and well-known footage of Bigfoot in existence. Its authenticity has been in much dispute for decades that followed, but there's certainly something compelling about it. It could have been a female, Ron. Andy, you're so bad. Patrick would be good frog legs. That's true. That could sustain you for a couple months, right? The Falcon Lake incident, 1967. Another year, another story about a UFO sighting, this time from Manitoba, Canada, where Stefan Michalek apparently saw an identified alien craft land nearby when he was out prospecting for gold and silver. Stefan approached the craft and apparently heard human-like voices muffled by engines. That's intriguing because nobody ever hears engines when it comes to UFOs. He went close enough to poke his head inside the craft and saw a maze of lights within. He was then startled when the craft took off and injured by a beam of heat that shot from the ship. The heat set fire to his clothes and severely burned his chest. Doctors and authorities could not explain his injuries and added credence to his story, which he repeated in interviews until his death in 1999. Well, right, Andy, but who's to say Bigfoot's a primate? I mean, yes, he looks like a primate, but he might not be a primate. Did he end up dying of cancer, Ron? I don't see them moving. If I focus, it looks like him breathing, but I don't see the dots moving. What are they forming into there, Patrick? Or I mean, Andy? It's definitely understandable, Patrick. Definitely. If he later died of cancer and the radiation, I mean, shit. Obviously, you know, you would think that somehow. See, that guy to me looks familiar, but I don't remember. I could have read this story. I'm sure I did. You know what I mean? But that picture, the picture don't look familiar. The guy's face looks familiar. That would be freaky, Andy. I bet he did, Ron. Had bouts of unexplained cancer through his life. Yeah. I mean, that's just nuts. Are you serious? You see it too, Freaky? Has anybody else seen this? Maybe let me blow it up. Let me see if that's creepy. Don't do that, guys, to me. What the hell? What's wrong with you? All right, let's go down and see. See if that helps any. You guys see it too? Has it done it since I blew it up? Like, which two are doing it? No? The far right ones? These ones over here or these ones? All right, I'm going to blow it or put it back down. See if it happens again. Okay. Oh, I just saw it. I saw the top. I'm pointing to it like you guys know what I'm pointing to. I see this one doing it. Is that a suggestion? Are you guys hypnotizing me into seeing it? I forget that, Andy. Yes, I know. I'm an idiot. That's creepy. That's really creepy. I think you guys hypnotized me or something. You guys got together and made this, you know, let's screw with Missy. Now they all blinked? Don't be doing that shit. Hey, you never know. I'm telling you what, anytime that I start talking about aliens and freaky shit starts happening, I'll let you know. But later on tonight, that's when we start hearing noises and stuff. When we talk about alien shit, I'm telling you, it's weird. But again, is that us manifesting stuff with our own mind? You see them too, Ron? So everybody sees them. Everybody in chat sees them blinking? I don't know. I think they can be, well, yeah, the hypnosis part, yes. But, well, no, you can, I think you can hypnotize people when you're far away, right? But the mass, what's it called? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. You want me to I can refresh the page, see if it does it. It's turning into our own investigation. Yeah, that's it. Like not hysteria, but mass suggestion. Well, it's not refreshing at a timely manner, so it's probably not the refresh rate because the blink would happen like very slowly. So yeah, it's not refreshing at all. That is a good record there, Andy. Hysteria when you right for ye. Okay, there we go. Let's go down to it. Boop, 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 boop. Wow, we may. All right. All right, Mary. Take care, hon. Thanks for stopping in. So do you guys still see it? Yeah, right. free free coupon for you to get the same. Hey, hey. Right? See, and look, I mean, above the two original ones. That's wild. Yeah, and see that's the thing, freaky geek. I mean, we see things like this all the time, but we don't say anything because we don't, you know, want to sound crazy, right? That's why I want my channel for anybody to feel like they see anything. Please let me know, definitely. Okay, but we're gonna move on. The Moon Pyramid. The Moon Pyramid. NASA Lunar Pyramid, 1972. Above the belly button, too? What the hell? Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting to go back and see in the replay of that. And let me tell you guys, if you're listening on the podcast part of this, please come over to Shadows of the Moon. The video is uploaded or will be uploaded by the time you hear this. Check it out. See if you guys see it blinking. Let me know in the comments below if you would, please. And that goes for anybody that rewatches this. Let me know in the comments if you guys still see it, okay? So the Lunar Pyramid, 1972. In 1972, Apollo 17's mission to the moon came back with several photographs from the geophone rock. This photo was marked as NASA as blank, but when you enhanced it, it appears to show what looks like a pyramid on the moon. This later led to many conspiracy theories that NASA was hiding what was really up there. So what do you guys think? Is there pyramids on the moon? I wouldn't doubt it. There has been a couple shots, and I think one of these pictures is going to bring us back to the other pyramid, this pyramid. I believe they took another picture of a pyramid on the moon, but they're not like, I mean, they're pyramids, but I don't think there are as many as there are on like Earth and buildings. Yeah, there's a lot of shit on the moon that looks like, you know, there's stuff, built there. And then, of course, the face of Mars in 1976, another NASA-related mystery, this time centers around Mars and comes thanks to another photo snap from outer space. Here, the Viking 1 spacecraft captured the photo of Mars' surface that appears to show a face looking back at the spaceship from the ground. More recent photographs with higher resolutions lens have given a clear picture of the area, and now NASA just concluded it may just be a mess up. This hasn't stopped popular opinion concluding it's a sign of life on Mars. Patrick says it is shown to be a picture of the floor section of the lunar rover when the camera was still on when the guys were getting out of the rover. So that picture is the floor of the rover? Accidental shot of a towboat in the dark. It was shown in a picture of the floor section of the lunar rover when the camera was still on, when the guys were getting out of the rover. I've seen this picture in the mid-2000s, not before. So why did it take so long for the pictures to surface? Oh, no, they've been around for a while. Oh, man, that sucks. But there's still another picture of a pyramid on the moon. So the face of Mars, do you think it's just a landmass? The Phoenix Lights, 1997. The Phoenix Light was probably the biggest known report of UFO sightings in history. On a single day in March 1997, thousands of people reported seeing lights above them in the skies over a 300-mile range through the American Southwest. Witnesses claimed to have seen a huge V-shaped UFO passing overhead and making no sound as it moved. No reasonable explanation offered as to the cause of the sightings, and further reports of the UFOs came again in 2007 and 2008. Yes, that's why the class is blank. Gotcha. It looks like a hockey mask to you? Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Well, that's definitely not one thing you're going to be getting with the points, Ron, is airline tickets. If that was the case, my kids would have been up here a long time ago. You watch this live on the news? Yeah, the thing with the Phoenix Lights that really, I mean, it shows you how far, because I think it was the senator that made fun of the Phoenix Lights. But yet, after he got out of office, came forward and said, he came out and said that he did see the Phoenix Lights and he believed in them. He believes that it was UFO. But yet, when he was in office, he's the one that, I don't know if you guys ever seen the video where he had a huge alien come in and he was joking about it. And so it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Was that just doing that for his political? That really, shit like that really pisses me off. Or was he? Yeah, he was told to say it. Exactly. I feel that's a lot of these like politicians and everything, even the presidents that have stated, I'm going to go and find out if there's aliens. They're told what to say, or they can get killed. You know what I mean? It's not, and it does come down to that. It does come down to that. Exactly. It is pathetic, Andy. Yeah, the flares from the fighter jets. Yes, I remember hearing about that. And it's like, flares don't work like that. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell flares do not work. They just don't work like that. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. You know, is if it does come to light that there are aliens, that's what pisses me off the most is how many lives were destroyed. And I know you guys have heard me say this before, but it weighs heavily on my mind. Just like, with the documentary from not Chris, Danny, Quarantino or Lutz, whatever. He just wanted his story to be told, but nobody would listen to him about the Amityville. You know what I mean? People wanted, they want people to believe them. I mean, true people. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking to ones that are assholes and that make up shit. I'm talking about true people. And, like I've said it before a million times, it's one of the places, that's why my chat room is a safe place. You will not get mocked for having your opinion here. I don't think anybody should be mocked about how they feel about something. And I think it's wrong when people do that. And that goes with anything, really. But obviously, this channel is about weird shit. And it just, yeah, exactly. Flares are also subject to gravity. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When flares are if you've seen flares let loose in the sky, they wobble. Like, you can tell they're flares, day or night. You know what I mean? You can tell they're flares. You're not going to, it's just not going to be like that. Yes, and I'll leave a trail as they fall. Yes, and we'll leave a trail as they fall. You see drops of the magnesium burning as they fall. Exactly. Fake COVID keeps coming into us. Aliens who've been fattening the population levels so they can begin harvest. Aliens able to harvest relatively uninterrupted. Well, you never know. Now I'd have to go look at the data. But I don't think there's has been, and like I said, I could totally be wrong. I'd have to go look up the data and research it to see like how many reports are different from last month or not last month, but from when it first started. See, when it comes to that, Andy, I actually am on the Stephen Greer side of things, where I think the ones that I don't think true aliens, if they're out there, are harming us. I think it's fake aliens being made. And what led me to that was the whole Chris Kalick thing. Right? Yeah, I'm only inside now because of the live and it's cold outside. I know it's cold out. Well, no, out here it's nice. It's in here, it's boiling. Right, yeah. I think it's the government is behind the fake aliens. I think they are they could be. I'm not saying that they are for sure. I don't know. I don't know any of this. I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm speculating big time when it comes to this. But some things resonate with me more. Let me tell you, I will tell you one thing. I've said this before. Last year, when my boss came home from his vacation, he got me and Eddie, my husband, and Alex, my coworker, sick. Okay. And it was the worst. I don't even know what it was. None of us went to the hospital because we're, tough. But it almost landed me in the hospital. I'm telling you, I couldn't breathe. My asthma was through the roof. I maybe had one cigarette a day, if that. It was the worst I have ever felt in my life. It could be because I was older. I don't know. But I mean, my body's used to having, I had damaged lungs since I was young. I used to stay like 3 months out of the year in the hospital for pneumonia when I was real little, living in that oxygen tent. Um, and usually every year I'll get a bout of bronchial pneumonia. So I'm used to that, but I thought I was going to die last year. And I really feel that was, yeah, freaky geek, exactly. COVID-19. I know. Well, I heard that it's 19 too because there's 19 strands that can come out of it or something. I don't know. But I mean, I thought that I was gonna die. And I wasn't the only one. Eddie never gets sick. I mean, he'll get colds, sniffles here and there. He never gets sick. And even when he's sick, he's up ready to go to work. Do you know what I mean? Let's go. We're good. You know what I mean? And pushes through. Like, I think that was the only time in 10 years that he's ever taken, and I'm not fibbing about this at all. I think that last year when he was sick was the first time. No, it wasn't last year. It was last year, but I think it was in February. I don't know. But anyway, that's the first time he's taken off work in ever. You know what I mean? At least since I've known him. And yeah, was it like in the beginning of the year? I want to say it was in the beginning of the year. Not at the end of the year. They keep telling me the end of the year. I think they're lying to me because I didn't work. I wasn't working here at that time. Well, I was, but I wasn't. I'm on call, but even when I'm not working here. After I quit, I'm still on call. No, but I don't mind. But yeah, it just, that was and if I could survive through that, hell. We still haven't had one case here, knock on wood. Yeah, see, everybody says that, but I think it was earlier in the year that I remembered, because he takes like 3 trips a year. I know he takes one the first part of the year. I want to say he takes 2 trips before season starts and then one after season's over. Because we all need that de-stressor. And they keep saying it was this trip around October, November. But I think we were living up in this apartment then, weren't we? I don't freaking know. I don't know. I just know the last time I got sick, I was really, really, really sick. I almost went to the hospital, and I never, ever do that. The last time I got really bad bronchitis, and I can tell you when I'm sick because I'll be like, the kids don't care that I'm sick. I start getting emotional. And my mom, I remember it was my 2 older ones, Taylor and Ryan. And my mom had called me. It was before Danielle was ever born. My mom called me and I'm like, I'm sick and the kids don't care. And she's like, you're coming to my house. And so she packed me and the kids up. We went to her house, and I guess I slept on her couch for like 12 hours straight. She woke me up and she's like, come on, I'm taking your ass to the doctor. And that was years ago that I was that kind of sick. This was worse than that back then. You know what I mean? So whatever it was, it kicked my ass. Kicked all our asses. So anyway, back to the stories. I'm sorry, guys. The Black Knight satellite. Does everybody know about what do you guys think about the Black Knight satellite? If you've seen it or, read about it or whatnot. So 1998. There is a myth among UFO conspiracy theorists and enthusiasts that an alien satellite exists and has been in Earth's orbit for about 13,000 years. Yeah, we fell into a bunny hole. I know. You see, this is how my mind works all the time. This so-called Black Knight satellite theory is based on a series of different stories around items of unknown origin orbiting our planet and extraterrestrial radio signals that have been picked up on Earth. NASA and other space organizations claim the sightings and photographs are more likely to be space debris or remains of our satellite. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Andy loves the Black Knight. Yeah, I've only seen it in pictures too myself. I haven't seen it up close and personal. Mine was over New Year's 2018, 2019. Okay, see, yeah. My daughter was here, took me to the emergency room. Okay, all right, Ron. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. It was more towards the first of the year. About 13,000 ago, Earth came out of the Ice Age real suddenly and back into it real suddenly. Yeah. Don't work. This has an orbit. Yeah. We can't do that without engines constantly running. That's true, Andy. That's true. Yeah, that's true, Freaky Geek. You might die from a lack of oxygen if you go up it. Yeah. I don't know. It does look freaky. It does. I mean, it looks like a Tesla on the side. Is it the Tesla? Maybe Elon Musk put the Tesla up there way years before. Shadows, you looked up if it shut down. Yeah, I agree, Freaky Geek. Yeah, it does look like a blade, and then a mask or a face. It's yeah, I see that. Oh wait, I can do control scroll. See, I almost screwed up. I almost did. Oh, see, and I still do it. There it is. It looks like a transformer. I mean, a cartoon, Transformers, not Transformers from the, that we get electric from. It's definitely weird looking. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So the next one on the list is, yeah, it does. An eagle beak, a robotic eagle beak. Well, yeah, long as it wasn't like the Decepticons. If it was, the Autobots, it'd be cool. I don't want no Decepticons coming here. So that's the skunk ape. The Makaya skunk ape, 2000. The Makaya skunk ape is the most account a distant relation of Bigfoot's. The large ape-like creature has been spotted many times over the years, with the earliest sightings dating back to the 1960s. But more recently, it has been caught multiple times on video. The skunk ape mostly inhabits regions of Florida and got its name due to the stink that it often accompanies its sightings. Skeptics of the sightings say that it is far more likely a misidentification of either wildlife, including local black bears, but much footage of the Bigfoot recordings and photographs of the skunk ape are often shaky, low quality, and taken from extreme distance. It does not look like no freaking bear. Not with those teeth like that, unless it had a cleft lip or something. That's definitely not a bear. That was you at full moon? Oh, see, the mystery has been solved. It was Andy, full moon. Yeah, that's what I heard too, Freaky Geek. You smell it before you see it. Yeah. Long before you see it. You know what that reminds me of? Seriously, it reminds me of the what were the really big sloths? The like dinosaur sloths. That's what it reminds me of for some reason. I don't know if it's the way the arms are. That's some pretty long fucking arms. Or am I just looking at that wrong? No, I went the wrong way. There we go. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, ground sloth. Went for a naked run through the woods, woke up with a fresh deer for the pot. See, there you go, Andy. That's Andy knows how to get it done. So we got this one solved. This one was Andy. You think there's two things? What's his feet look like? Scott, is that what is that? Is that a toe? Or is that a finger? Like right here. I don't know. I could be totally looking at it wrong too. I don't know, freaky. Well, I know sloths are slow. Yes, they are really slow. But I don't know how. Is it a base of a tree? No. No, it's not. It's part of the dude. The skunk ape. But I don't know how ground like I mean, yeah, sloths have short bursts. But the ground sloth, I don't know how that moved. I wasn't around to see, even though my kids think I'm older than dirt, I wasn't around to see how the ground sloth moved. It could be a dudette. Yes, it could be a dudette. My bad. My bad. Yes, you're right. It could be a dudette. Either way, those teeth scare the hell out of me. But it does look like, I mean, it's got the white around the eyes. I don't know what that was supposed to signify, but I'm pointing that out. It's just got like white around the eyes. Oh, I'm getting delirious. The juvenile Bigfoot. That's true. That's true, Andy. And glowing eyes. Yeah, exactly. Glowing eyes would probably have me too. It reminds me of that story in Reddit. I still got to go find that dude. Do you guys remember Freaky Geek? Do you remember that story with the kid that didn't know he like moved to his uncle's farm or whatnot? I really got to find that story to catch up and see if there's any new developments. I was poking his nose, so he was smiling. Is that what that is? So the juvenile Bigfoot in 2007. In September 2007, Rick Jacobs placed a motion sensor camera in a tree along the game trails of Pennsylvania. The camera later captured multi-images which appeared to show some bears being chased off by an ape-like creature what resembled a juvenile Bigfoot. Is it trying to do a headstand? I've been looking at this picture a lot. Several witnesses have claimed to see two juvenile Bigfoot over the years, describing them as walking on four legs, unlike Bigfoot, who usually is seen on two legs, which have led to them being dismissed as faked or likely another animal misidentification. Oh, okay, so it does walk on all fours. But that reminds me of oh crap, what's the creepy one that's in the caves? Okay, Freaky Geek. When I pull it up, I will definitely remind you of the backstory of it. More like a bat. It kind of does look like a bat, doesn't it? In a weird way. Oh, Jesus. It's like got that bat head. Back of a canine. Is that like food? I wish I'd known that. That's true, Andy. Walking on four legs for years would cause the pelvic and spine to grow in a certain way, making it nearly impossible to constantly walk on two legs later in life. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if it was built to walk on all fours, it'd be shaped differently. And then go upright as a Bigfoot. Yeah, I don't think so. It might be a canine. It looks like an ear pointing out here. I don't know what this thing is. Is this its head? I'm confused. Right? That is one hell of a testicle. Yeah. How would you like to carry those around, guys? Holy crap. Oh. Like the back end. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Freaky Geek. Of a canine. Yeah, you're just jealous. Looks like a ball to me, a basketball or a melon, maybe. I don't know, but if that was the head, I mean, it's crinkled. But it reminds me of those. What the frick? Some people think it looks like a chupacabra, but it's not a chupacabra. It's those golem looking things in the. I mean, they don't have hair. Usually, they have just gray skin. But I can't think of their name anyway, so never mind. All right. Oh, Jesus. Let's just go all the way to the end. That's okay. Okay, here we go. Holy crap. Thank you for the follow cover, Kate. Hopefully I said that right. Thank you so much for the follow. So, the Hendelson Lights, 2007. Over the valley of Hendelson in central Norway, a series of unexplained lights regularly appeared throughout the day and night. Sometimes the lights appeared for over an hour, sometimes they were just here for a few seconds. They're a regular occurrence and have had many UFO theorists claiming that the lights are to be of extraterrestrial origin. Did I jump that much? Did I jump that much? Did it get you? I must have jumped. A freaky geek said it got you too. That looks like overexposure. I don't know. But I mean, scientists, however, attribute the lights to a chemical and electrical reaction caused by different metals and minerals in the local hillside reacting with the environment. So, like ball lightning. Though it's not quite as exciting, it's certainly pretty. Yeah, if that's in one photograph, though, like what? I mean, it looks like it's. Could it be a No, it's too bright to be a Polaroid. Yeah. That's true, Andy. Yeah, because if that happened, it would seem way more often. But they said it happens during the light and night, day and night. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes the light appears for over an hour, sometimes just a few seconds. So I don't know. Hey Jim, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pretty wild. But it does look like overexposure, especially some of these. I don't know. That could be the lights too. Are they taking it through film? Or I mean, through film. Duh. Of course it's on film. Are they taking the picture through glass? That's what that reminds me of. I don't know. So this one isn't Nessie. Very slow day making a second pot of coffee. Ah. Yeah, I know, Andy. That's what I'm saying. The light spectrum up here reminds me of like, I don't know about here. I mean, that's a lot of light spectrum. But up here reminds me of like how, if you would take a picture through glass, which they very could be. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, barely anything in the middle, almost all res with some blue and green. Yeah. Yeah. So this one's the Racetown Ray, 2007. Another body of water said to contain an aquatic monster is the Racetown Lake in Huntington, Pennsylvania. Here, a creature not too dissimilar to the Loch Ness Monster has been spotted and photographed many, many times over the years. Much like Nessie, there's not much proof beyond photographs taken from a distance that prove or disprove the existence of the creatures, but it's certainly popular. It's certainly a popular local legend. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Yeah, someone moved the camera on that one. Yeah. No problem, Patrick. Welcome back, hon. The lightning bit kind of looks like a string of guitar, the neck and part where the hole is. Well, you never know. You never know. Good to hear, Mike. So yeah, the Racetown Ray. See, I think these are all connected. I think all water monsters that get taken a picture like that, I think they all get. That's good, Mike. Yes. Yeah, I don't. You know what I mean? So when it comes to how pictures are taken and everything, like I know the basics. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to really analyzing photos and that, I have no clue, which I really should get to know, but I'm not good with stuff like that. Well, Rays are flat, but this is because that's the name of the town. It's not, you know. But I think Nessie and all these guys are all connected somehow. I think they're all underground rivers, not rivers, but caverns. Somehow. I don't know. There's the pyramid, the moon pyramid, the Hubble pyramid. 2008. From around 1999, the Hubble telescope was pointed at the moon and captured a number of images. One of these photographs, never officially released by NASA, appears to show a pyramid on the surface. This is the second sighting of a pyramid-like object on the moon, the first being captured during Apollo 17's mission, but neither has been accurately explained or had its authenticity confirmed by the authorities. Thus, the mystery of the moon pyramid continues. Kind of like the hollow earth theory, but I think there's a lot of canals that we just don't know about, like big canals. You know what I mean? I'm not underground caverns that lead to one another. Like, Yeah, it's definitely too far away. I agree with that, Patrick. Great. Now Ron's having stuff shut off by itself. That's not cool. See, I'm telling you, all I have to do is put on a like Sir No Face from Chad Kalick, and shit starts happening. What were we watching last night? Oh, the In Between House. Have you guys seen that one with Steve Gonzalez? We were watching that one, and we started hearing knocks and all that good shit. The Hubble? I'm not sure about that, Andy. Some university, either John Hoskins or she's a college somewhere. Gotcha. Yeah, exactly, Mike. They're too deep to go down. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, it's the guy's belly marks. I know. That's freaky. That's crazy. I mean, it could have been the resolution. It was just weird that all you guys saw it. And I'm definitely interested if the replay, I'm going to go back and see on the replay if it happens. That's going to be the guy's belly marks went to Ron. I don't know, Andy. I honestly, I don't know. That's why everybody's going to private sectors, like a lot of NASA, Elon Musk, Bigelow Industries. They don't have to give because it's a privacy issue. It's their industry, so they don't have to. Where the government's supposed to give us disclosure, they don't have to, and that's why they do it. Yeah, I'll skip around until I see it. I should have put a timestamp on there right then and there, and I didn't even think about it. His chest was better than yours. The Baltic Sea anomaly. See, I can't say that word either. 2011. In 2011, a Swedish diving team discovered a mysterious formation at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. Sonar imagery appeared to show a strange disc-like object 60 meters in diameter with many unusual characteristics that included a long runway right here and running up it and a stairway to the side and lights in a light suit covering. Oh, and a light suit covering. Explanations for the object have included everything from a crashed UFO to a naturally occurring I don't think that's naturally occurring geological formation. It's even been likened to the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. It's probably where they got the idea, or they crashed it there. Not much else is known about the object, though it's purported that it could be as much as 140,000 years old. Hi, Cassie. Welcome back. Oh, really? I said Millennium Falcon. I know what that is, Andy. Top right, up here. Let me zoom that in. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Jesus. I zoomed in all right. Okay. Whereabouts you talking there, Andy? Steps running east to west. Oh, here? I think that's just the imagery. Because I can see lines all the way through it, if that makes sense. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, I think it's just the imagery. But it is wild looking. I don't think that's naturally made. Yeah. I'm thinking, Patrick says, I'm thinking that that is a man made structure that at one point in the past was above water when the ocean was a lower level in the past. Yeah, but there's nothing like around it. I mean, what would it be? Especially if it's 140,000 years. Same here. I see lines right across. Yeah. Yeah, right here or right here. Both of them, really. There's that one and there's that one. It doesn't say. I'm sure we could look it up, though. Let me go here. Give me 1 second. See if anything comes up. I can't see you guys chatting right now, so hold on 1 second. Or more than 1 second, because it's taken forever. Okay, Freaky Geek, no problem. 13,000. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to go to the Wikipedia and see what it says. Maybe, if it lets me. Whenever it feels like it, you know. Come on, baby. There we go. It's not even saying how far it was. All right. All right, we'll do it this way. How far underwater? None of these are helping me or telling me how far underwater it is. They don't want to tell you. Oh, here's another picture of it. Oh, wow, that's even cooler. Hold on. Get over here. Look at that picture. Oh, what the hell's going on? I didn't hit that. Yes, I accept to use cookies. Hey, Shrimp Shack. How you doing, hon? Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. Sorry, I was trying to figure out something. I don't know if that's an actual picture of it, but I thought that was cool. Yeah, a temple. I could see it being a temple of some sort. But I don't. Oh, don't scroll. Well, the Earth has gone through a lot of changes in this time. That is true, Mike. Leave that. I don't want to subscribe. Thank you very much. Andy, leave that. The Randall Carlson. That name sounds familiar. And the channel Scablands. I will leave that on my messenger or leave it somewhere where I can remember. Yeah. Oh, I agree, Patrick. I agree. It's just telling me. What's that guy say? Wait a minute. What? Upon further expansion, divers and service crews reported malfunctions when their electrical equipment, whenever they came within 200 meters of the object. Interesting. Which appeared to be shaped oddly enough like a Millennium Falcon in Star Wars. Peter Lindbergh and Dennis Asberg came across the giant 180-foot diameter mass on June 19, 2011, while trolling the Baltic and observing sonar images along the seafloor. They quickly picked up an anomaly due to its circular shape and distinctly straight protrusions, adding to the mystery that what was appeared to be an extensive trail, but some speculated it could be evidence that a crash landing may have taken place. So apparently it had a trail too. They created a documentary. So I'm going to have to check that out because that's interesting. The two parlayed their clout from a previous exploration in which they recovered a cache of vintage champagne from 1907 shipwreck that sailed for a record price at a Christie's auction. They allowed them to embark on the bold endeavor in investigating the Baltic anomaly, which they hoped was either an extraterrestrial spaceship or a secret Nazi structure from World War II. So that's telling me it had to. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Something's still active if it's screwing around with their electrical equipment. But so was this above? It's the Baltic Sea. Welcome back, Bug. How you doing, honey? I miss you. I love you. I haven't messaged you. I'm sorry. I know I seen you message me. Um, I will definitely have to check it out, Freaky Geek. Welcome back, Eli. See, they think it's World War remnants of Nazis too. Is this it?
1,000 years older, and the established date for the monumental temples on the island of Malta itself.
Oh, that's something else. Yeah, I agree, Patrick. I'm thinking that we humans are not the only intelligent civilization that developed on Earth. We may be just another that survived from the ashes of other ones before us. Yeah. Freaky geek. Okay, so Lindenberg and Asperg haven't posted any updates to the Ocean X page in a few years. However, a YouTube video, is that the one, Freaky Geek, from 2012, appears to show another trek down to the anomaly in a submarine rover. Unfortunately, the video doesn't provide much in the way of answers or anything visually distinctive, as there's a lot of sand and dust that kicks up. That's always the way. It sucks. That's why I stopped watching. Okay, thank you, Andy. That's why I stopped watching stuff that dives with, because it's all becomes mucky. Okay, so we got through that. Field around it. Yeah, you never know what it could be, Mike. Exactly. Yeah, if something's causing malfunctions, I mean, it depends how deep they are too, because that could definitely cause malfunctions in their equipment. Um, oh, did you? What happened? What did I? Did you send me the wrong link? It's okay if you left a link in here. I don't see a link myself. And if it's on here, don't worry about it, Andy. I'm not worried about you dropping links. Oh, 300 feet below the Baltic. See, I missed that. I totally missed that. Okay, cool. Very cool. Oh, no, I'm not worried about that, Andy. Don't worry about it. Believe me. But thank you for thinking about that. I totally get that. Thank you so much. But I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I don't see the link either. So apparently if Facebook had the problem with it, they already got rid of it. In some cases, the so-called aliens that are coming here from other planets may be a race or two that began here. That's yes. And that goes in on theory with a lot of what the hell was I watching? Oh, the thing with Steve Gonzalez. We were watching it last night, and me and Eddie got in because we watch these shows to get into discussions. And this is why I need to get another laptop for him so he can sit right here with me and discuss this on our discussions that we have. Because there's some theories that we live in this timeline with parallel universes, right? But we live in a time where we're living the past, present, and future all at the same time. Okay. So it's hard to explain, but it's like we got discussing about like some of the spirits and everything. Is it us? No, it was. What the hell did we watch? Somebody else brought that up. What have I watched? What have I told you that I watched, guys? I don't know. But the lights and or I was listening to something, but the lights, I don't know who the hell I was talking or listening to. The lights and everything that we see, that we think we see, is it us in the future investigating the same place? Do you know what I mean? You watch that podcast together, you two will have yeah, exactly. And I can't wait to watch it. Yeah, definitely. We discuss a lot. We get into a lot. Oh. Yes, that's true, Mike. Yeah, if it's man-made, this could be something nuclear. Yeah. And radiating, and EMF is radiating from it and being in the water. It's the best place for it to be. This is true. I agree with you too, Mike. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good, Mike. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Who was that? That's going to drive me nuts now. God, it had been somebody in the last week. I don't know, Freaky Geek. I imagine there are. It's the Baltic Sea. Right? There's like marine life and everywhere. Oh, really, Andy? Oh, see? I mean, we have sea life. Okay, good, Mike. I'm glad you're... Thank you for validating that I'm not losing my mind, because I'm like, okay, and it's true, though. It makes you think. That sort of stuff makes you think, right? It's a very good, it's going to drive me nuts who it was, though. All right, so we're almost done with this. this was the last, and I wish I had the, let me scroll it down a bit. If I wish I had the, we already seen the hospital demon Monday. But I wish I had the video to this. This is one of the last images from this lady. Her name is Elsa Lam, and the death of her still remains a mystery. Like, she goes in, like, it's almost like she's hiding from somebody in the elevator. If you've ever seen this video, it's crazy. It's crazy. In 2013, Eliza Lam was staying at the Hotel Cecil in Los Angeles. She went missing during her stay and was later discovered in the water tank on the hotel's roof. There were several unusual facts about the case, which made it mysterious, including a video released by LAPD of her getting into a lift, pressing multiple buttons, and then apparently trying to hide from someone. Access to her hotel room was blocked at the time of her death, and both toxicology and coroner reports no visible trauma or reason for her passing. Though her death was officially labeled as an accidental drowning, there have been many other theories that include her being a victim of a serial killer. What's crazy is she like goes out, she looks out, like peers out to make sure like nobody's standing there. She's done, and then she's out in the hallway, and it looks like her she's talking to somebody. She has, you know what I mean? But there's one part that she's almost looks like she's dancing. It's just a very weird video to watch, and then to know that she wound up in the water tanks on the top of the roof of the hotel. I'm glad I'm not losing it, Mike. Thank you. If the timeline of the history of Earth was rudder, then the history of man would be less than one tick on the rudder. Exactly, Patrick. That's so true. Because I commented on the fact that that it was us in the future coming to try and change our outcome for the free. Yes, Mike. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've seen that video? It's weird, right, Freaky Geek? Based on what we know of her history, yeah, she could have been mental health issues. True, but I mean, yeah, that's true, Freaky Geek. She could have had mental issues, but it looks like she's talking to, I mean, well, that, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Andy. Human footprints next to the dinosaur ones in the same layer of dried mud, now rock. Exactly. So that's that one. And then we got the Portuguese chupacabra. See that's a kind of look like what I talked about in the juvenile Bigfoot one. That's what it reminds me of, but that's not what the chupacabra to me, the Mexican chupacabra, looks like. But that thing's freaky looking. That looks like a golem to me. If anybody knows what a golem is, yeah, exactly, Freaky Geek. It's wild. It's wild. It's a weird situation. The legend of the chupacabra finds its roots in the Americas, with a creature said to be wandered the lands, attacking and killing livestock and drinking the blood from their remains. Reports of the chupacabra have since come out all over the world, and in 2016, a video was captured in the Portuguese desert. The video appears to be a man-like beast walking through the desert and then disappearing behind a bush. Much like all the other videos of Bigfoot, the footage is long distance and low quality. So we'll leave it up to you to judge its vitality. That looks just weird. That looks like it looks like something, I don't know. Skinwalker. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. It could be, Freaky Geek. I don't. Oh, do you mean the video of the girl? Yeah, that was a screenshot from the video footage. That's true, Patrick. If she had paranoid schizophrenia, it could have explained her actions. That's true. That's true. Welcome back, Eli. This one is supposed to be the Portuguese chupacabra. See, I think it looks like a golem. Or, well, a skinwalker, yeah. It's the same. It's kind of the same thing. Oh, could be Freaky Geek. I don't know. To me, it just, yeah, it's the shoulders that gets me. Okay, Freaky Geek, hurry back. It's the shoulder, the broadness of the shoulders. And then the long, look, like those legs aren't, they, I don't know. Oh, we do love you, Andy. We do. But they just, it don't look right. Unexplained Mars Object 2017. That thing's got lights on it, if I'm looking at it right. There are a few images of Mars which have raised questions about whether there was once life on Mars, or indeed whether there still is. In 2017, the Mars Curiosity rover captured an image which appears to show an unidentified object on the surface of Mars. Doubters have suggested it's merely debris from the Mars rover itself, but the conspiracy theories take this image as proof of the existence of extraterrestrial life. Would that be the base of the Mars rover? Yeah, exactly, Mike. That's what the chupacabra looks like to me, is the dog with the mange. Yeah. Stingray? I don't think I've ever seen that, but you never know. But yeah, that's exactly what I think the chupacabra is that man dog. Yeah, I agree. But that almost looks like it could be the base. An icebreaker? Like the gum? Oh. Jesus. It looks like some sort of vehicle. It looks like a car. An old time car. And this brings the question up, why did they blow up the space shuttle when it came back to Mars? That's true. That is a good theory. Yeah, yeah. And it's just out there and it's lonesome. But like, what is this debris? Is this debris or is that rocks, do you think? That's probably rocks, meteorite breakages. Because Mars is solid, right? Right. That is a theory, Mike. That is a theory. I'm not going to take it away. It's a theory, definitely. I've heard a lot of people say that. We're going to save these other lovely stories for another time. And I knew it was going to happen. Although I do want to go. Let me see. Let me go through them. I think because now I'm freezing myself out. What, you didn't hear the theory that they blew up the space shuttle And then we saw the demon thing on the bed with the person in the bed. That's freaky looking. We saw that Monday. Yeah. Okay. That was it for that one. Let's see. Let's go through some of these stories and see. The which one was it, Mike? Was it the Challenger or no, it wasn't the Challenger. The second one. Maybe it wasn't the second one. Was it the Columbia? Challenger. That's what I'm looking up. I can't remember which one took off or which one that was coming. It's got to be Columbia because that one came back in. That's when that one blew up. Yeah, Challenger is the one that blew up on the way there. Columbia Space. Two. I don't know, Patrick, but they named the 7 hills on Mars are named for those 7 brave souls, the final crew of the Space Shuttle Columbia. Interesting. NASA Administrator Sean O'Keefe today announced, this was in 2004, announced the Martian Hills located east of the Spirit Mars Exploration rover landing site would be dedicated to the Space Shuttle Columbia. Sorry if I missed anybody. Yeah. I always get those two mixed up. That's why I had to look it up. Overshot the runway. Come on. Yeah. Oh, chat keeps moving. Sorry, guys. Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember. I always get those two confused. Right? I hear you, Andy. But it is interesting that they did name them. So here's I will, before I go, I will say, if anybody wants to own a free haunted house, a haunted house in Louisiana is being given away for free as people are too scared to live in it. I was thinking about this until I read anyone would chance to own a free house, right? Well, perhaps not if it came with a catch, a very spooky catch. A rundown 4-bedroom home in Youngsville, Louisiana is struggling to sell because locals claim the house is haunted with spirit. Estate agent Sylvia McLean, the co-owner of the McLean Investments, is even struggling to give it away, the haunted property. When Sylvia posted an advert for the free house on Facebook, she was flooded with comments from locals and former residents sharing supernatural tales. Some even compared it to the house from Amityville Horror. A woman named Gypsy Dawn said, "Well, I was the last tenant to live there before it was abandoned. The property was heaven, but the house is quite unsettling if you don't enjoy communing with the spirit world because they speak loudly." Former resident Don DeClout also replied to the post claiming that the ghost that haunts the house is her great-grandmother, Adele. Her family owned the plot to the house. Her family owned the plot the house was built on from 1860 for more than 100 years. Don said, "We believe Adele is the ghost, but she's not menacing at all. She's probably like 4'9" and weighed about 100 pounds. She's lived in, so why would this woman be scared? She lived almost 90, and she's always digging in the pots. Like when you have something on the stove and someone goes, looks in the pot and stirs it around. She was well known for that. And so when we lived there, she used to hear her all the time jangling the pots. When we had something on the stove, you could hear somebody picking up the lid, but there was nobody in the kitchen." Sylvia said, "Anyone interested can take ownership of the house free of charge, but you would have to relocate it. That's the only problem. You'd have to relocate it." One potential buyer offered to take the property, but declined after they found out how much it would be to move. The owner predicts it would cost around $80,000 to take it apart, move it, and reassemble it, or $40,000 to move it somewhere close by. It's from Kennedy News, so I'm thinking it's around like Kennedy, Louisiana or something. Yeah, Kennedy News Media and Media. Yeah, I would definitely have taken it. Hell yeah. I would have definitely have taken it if I didn't have to move it. I'd been like, yeah, I'll take it. So Sylvia, no, Ron? Sylvia McLean is the real estate agent. Gypsy Dawn has said she was the last tenant. They can come here. They're welcome to come here. Long as they're not, don't mess with us and we don't mess with them, we're good. Oh, and I did have to bring this up. No, not this one. You guys, if you're ever, I saw this the other day. Actually, Katrina Wildman posted about it, and I laughed my ass off at it Then when I was looking through the news for the week, in weird news, I saw this posting and I was like, oh my God, I have to talk about this. So as soon as my, internet decides it wants to, it's far more even better than a free house that you have to move. Do. Any day now. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. Oh, really, Andy? No, Kennedy, Louisiana. I don't know then. It didn't say in the right here. Here we go. Ghost of masturbating monkey haunts a British estate. Really? Ghost stories in England are 10 pence a dozen. Haunted buildings claiming to be the most haunted in England are almost as common. Stories of animal ghosts, unless it's a horse being ridden by another ghost or pulling a haunted carriage, those are pretty rare, And except for the occasional succubus incubus ghost seduction or the I married a ghost story, tales of ghostly sex acts are also unusual. Put all those together and you might get the story of the English estate claiming to be one of the country's most haunted, whose list of ghosts includes a masturbating monkey. Too unbelievable even for England? True. Or too true. The ghost of the Randy monkey haunts the halls of the Grand English Country Estate, where romantic spook hunters flock to tie the knot. Titillated tourists often can hear the saucy specter laughing while masturbating in the Ethelhampton Hall in Dorset, near Dorchester. I know you guys would love this. In these times of the coronavirus lockdown, people laminate vacations missed and dream of future excursions. Some apparently even wish to visit the Hall, a still beautiful 15th century estate in Dorset near Dorchester. The first part of the manor was built in 1485 by Sir William Martin. Remember that name. And although it has changed hands many times through the years, the hall still contains some of its original medieval furniture. Elizabethan carved panels, ornate ceilings, and Tudor period artwork, and ghosts. Ethelhampton House was said to be haunted as far back as the 1850s and considered among the most haunted houses in England. Right, Andy? See? The Unsolved Mysteries of the World podcast found reports of ghosts of women roaming the halls with the for England, the Grey Lady, a dark shadow seen by many as believed to be the ghost of a monk while in the wine cellar, is haunted by a wall-tapping ghost named Cooper. One-time sightings include 2 ghost sword fighting duel waged in the Great Hall. That's an impressive ghost total, probably making Anthem Hall worthy of the inclusion on a list of most haunted places in England. But these pale apparitions pale even further when compared to the estate's most famous ghost. Martin, told you that name would come back, the masturbating monkey. Sir William's Great Hall is superb. The timbered roof, line-fold paneling, minstrel's gallery, and emerald glass in the windows showing the family crest, a chained ape which is believed to have been the family pet. The monkey ghost story has roots in real history. The Martin family crest definitely shows a chained monkey, and the family graveyard in at least one stone depiction of poor Martin. The most popular version of the monkey's demise is that a Martin daughter, He had 2 daughters, both named Elizabeth, since William had only sons, was distraught over a broken love affair, locked herself in the room, and took her own life, not realizing that the monkey, who was also infatuated with her, had followed her into the room. No one seemed to have noticed either one missing for days until both were found, with poor Martin dead of starvation. A different version of the tale was that Martin was being accidentally entombed in a wall and dying there. Martin's ghost had reported being seen by swinging from, or by seeing. Martin's ghost has been reportedly seen by many swinging from the wall, from the rafters, and heard many, many scratchings on the walls. Most says Martin appears as a friendly ghost monkey. What's missing in those stories and the sightings? The masturbating part. No one seems to be quite sure where that came from. Perhaps the legend of scratching got misinterpreted from the walls as the primate's privates. Or was it a way to show the ape's infatuation with the girl? Or an attempt to explain why the monkey ghost is always in a good mood? Or was it just adding a common monkey behavior to an uncommon monkey ghost story? Whatever the case, it's novel enough for and that pops up frequently in English ghost collections and on ghost tours, especially and strangely those for honeymoons and romantic escapes, which is probably why it popped up recently on this writer's feed. Not that I'm planning a romantic trip to see the masturbating Martin monkey ghost anytime soon, and no, surprisingly, I don't think the masturbating monkey would be a good name for a band. Just an interesting ghost tale. So there you guys have it. Crazy, crazy. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Apparently not have a stream because I'm freezing. Especially if they're reaching the vinegar. Yes, only in the UK. Just kidding. Oh my God. Still frozen. My computer is hating life right now. It's hating me. Oh, that shit's funny. Can I have full screen, please? Not that full screen. There we go. Goodness gracious. Oh. So with that note, leaving on that note, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stories and the pictures and all that good stuff. I wish we could have got to more. But what are you going to do? You know, there's always more stories to tell, more news to figure out. There you go, Andy. See? I hope you all had a good time. Hopefully that's going through and it's not okay. Yeah. I thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to my viewers, my mods. You guys are the best. Yeah, I try to bring you guys the best stories. That first one, you know, those pictures and everything were most interesting. I like looking at them and seeing what you guys think and your take on things. But I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Be safe, take care, and you're very welcome. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I do. And we'll see you Monday for Paranormal Talk. Have an awesome weekend, everybody. Like I said, look for my streams. I might go live. You know how I am on the weekends. I don't know. You never know. But take care. Be safe. And we'll see you Monday, guys. Have a great day and have a great weekend, guys. Love y'all. Much